Can you all hear me?
Yes.
All right, all right. Well, welcome in, everyone. Welcome in, welcome in. Welcome, everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. It's Monday and happy Monday. It's going to be cold in the next couple of days. All right, see, I can see everyone. I hope you guys are ready for that cold. Um, I'm not a fan of the cold. I don't know about everyone else. Yeah, I see a lot of head shakings there.
Definitely not.
Not a fan of the cold at all. I needed to go back to wherever it came from.
That's it. I'm not a fan of the cold, but everyone, I welcome you guys in. It's 6:33 and we're here. No filter, no script. If everyone could mute themselves, please, so there's no feedback on the background, please. So welcome in, welcome in. No filter. You're at no filter, no script. No filter, no script. Miss Rana Lee, what's going on, girlfriend? What's going on?
Hello, hello.
Welcome,
I don't know
welcome,
if
welcome.
you
I
can
don't
hear
know
me.
where
I've
Miss
got a
Rose.
really weird connection with you tonight.
Say that again.
But I have a strange.
For some reason you're breaking up. You're breaking up for some reason. But I welcome everyone in. I can't hear you. Where's Miss Rosemary? What's going on with her? What's going on? Where's Beverly? Beverly, you there? Yep. All right. Okay, so Beverly, I'm gonna have you open us up in a quick prayer. And bless everyone, and then we'll go on with our evening. Beverly, are you there? You there? You there? Unmute yourself. Are you there, Beverly? There's Pamela. Okay, Pamela, I might ask Pamela. Welcome in, everyone. Welcome in, welcome in. So happy that you're here. It's happy Monday. Happy Monday. You're here listening to No Filter, No Script. Welcome in, everyone. Welcome in. I'm gonna have Beverly just go ahead and open us up in. Hey, hi, Pam. Yeah, in a short prayer.
I'm there.
All right, yeah. So you can go ahead, Beverly. Short.
Oh, I thought you were going to have Pam.
Well, Pam just jumped on, so I just wanted to give her a chance to get settled. You've been there a while.
Father God, in the name of Jesus, we come to you right now, Father. Father, as we gather together at this meeting, oh God, I ask that whatever we say on this line will benefit others and it will be a blessing to you too, Father. So, Father, we just thank you and we praise you. Thank you for everyone who joined us and that we will all learn something. Sometimes we have emotions that we feel and we cannot express it. But you, oh Father, you know all things and you will help us to feel what you want us to feel, to know what you want us to feel. So, Father, we just thank you. In the name of Jesus Christ, our Lord and our Savior, we say amen.
Amen, amen, amen. What a gift it is, what a gift it is. So today's topic, good evening, everyone. Good evening and welcome to Senior Living. This is no filter, no script, so we don't have a script, we just talk and depend on different topic. Pamela, before she logged off last week, she mentioned this topic, so I thought it was a good topic to jump on and get started. And next week we're going to be talking about long care facility. We have let me see what her name is. Lydia. We have Lydia on here listening in. But next week we're gonna have her come on and talk to us a little bit about it. She keep calling me and I keep telling her I cannot answer the phone. I'm on the podcast. That's Miss That's Miss. I don't know if somebody can reach out to her and call her and tell her I cannot answer the phone. I'm already running the podcast. You got to call me before. So anyway, no filter, no script. I am your host, Viv Cunningham, and I got my one of my co-hosts on here, which is Rana Lee. She's on here. I'll have her introduce herself in a little bit. But I'm so grateful for you all just being here and joining me tonight. This platform is about real conversation. It's not scripted or anything like that. It's not polished, but honest discussion, honest real talk about seniors, family, how we navigate we navigate the senior living. You know, I'm hearing all different kinds of stuff. So, you know, as I go along, I'm learning from everyone that's behind me and in front of me. So it's a good thing. So Miss Ronnalee, I'm gonna have you if you just unmute yourself and then just introduce yourself, okay? Miss Ronnalee. Okay, there you go.
Hello. Hi, I'm Ronnalee, and I'm really excited about tonight's topic. And so I don't know how to introduce myself other than I'm just a member of our community. And as I am aging, I really like this third act and the friends and relationships that I get to build during this time of my life.
Yes, it is. It's a blessing. It's a blessing. So Pam, your hair looks really nice. I like it.
Oh, you can see it? Oh, okay, thank you.
Oh my gosh, yeah, it looks really, really nice. But anyway, since you're the one that came up with this topic, I'm gonna have you kind of kick it off a little bit, and then we'll just carry on a conversation. You know, because I'm all for it. I am all for it because I get up in the morning. Sometimes I get up, I don't even know what's hurting. I don't even know what I need to straighten out. I don't even know what emotions I'm going through. No lie, this week alone, you know, they were asking me if I wanted to run something for if I wanted to no at the board of
In
directors.
office.
They were asking me if I wanted to run for DVP, district vice president. I told them, I said, I'm not doing nothing. Okay, I'm not doing nothing. I don't feel like doing nothing. Okay, I just want to rest. You know, so anyway, Miss Pamela, I'm going to have you kick it off and just kick the topic off. And then, you know, after that, we'll just carry on a conversation. Okay.
Yeah, I think this can be a fun and encouraging and inviting topic because oftentimes we've all heard a number of the different sayings about it takes strength to age and aging gracefully and all of this stuff, and we talk about, but no one's ready, seems like no one's ready to age. We accept and we know that that's going to happen, but when we get there, when we get to what we consider aging, we think, hey, my mind is telling me to do this, my body's saying no. How do I feel about that? So sometimes we have to accept the fact that it's not fun to get old. It's a reminder every time we get out of the bed in the mornings, every time we stand up too quickly, it reminds us that, hey, my life is not what it used to be, and I've got more life behind me than I have in front of me, most of us. So we need to be honest with ourselves, and we just talk about it. For example, from when I think about it, especially since I've lost my husband, I think more about it because it's a lonely feeling. And you wonder, am I going to forever be lonely? Am I going to forever be alone? How do I handle this? Now those little things like taking out the trash, I've got to do that. That takes that time out of my day. What do I have to look forward to? And in reading some more information about aging, they talked about the biggest concern that people 60 and older have is being alone. And they provide us with opportunities and options, and then they provided opportunities and options about how to stay connected. It could be just as simple as having a walking group or joining the people that are walking in your neighborhood. It could be very simple. So there are some things that we need to be honest with ourselves about, and that is not unusual and it's not strange. But what's the thing that you fear most about getting older is, I guess, my question to all of us. What is your biggest fear about getting older? As you guys ponder on that, I want to give you a minute to think about it because we're trying to help each other. And what is your biggest fear about getting older? My biggest fear, like I say, was, oh my goodness, I hadn't thought about it, but being alone is no fun. You may have your children, but being alone is just no fun. You got to figure out how to navigate this new world of being alone. Somebody else tell me, what's your biggest fear as you age?
my biggest fear is
No, not you.
well I have to talk to, you know. I mean, I got
Somebody else.
while they think about it,
Okay.
my biggest fear is just like you said, is just being alone, getting lonely. And sometimes I am here by myself and I have that issue where okay, my shower, I redid my shower, so I'm able to step in it. You know, it's not a high shower. I'm able to step in, but one of my fear is being able to fall and can't get out of the shower or something like that. And then I also have this issue is my throat is really small. So the least little thing that I swallow, I choke. So there was one time that I was afraid that I wouldn't even eat when Berto wasn't here because I was afraid that I was going to choke. And he laughs at me and he said, "Oh, come on." But every time, either whatever it is, if it's like mom is the same way too. If she eats black pepper, you know, if there's any black pepper in it, she start choking. And I am that way. So if there's black pepper inside the stuff, or sometimes my throat feel like it's closing in and I cannot swallow. So then therefore it makes me not want to eat. And for a while I didn't eat for a while because, you know, because of that, unless Berto was home or something like that. But it really, Pam, it is no joke. Just to think that, you know, you might choke to death or you might fall in the shower or something, you can't get up. No lie. The cable, my cable wasn't working on the first Friday in this month. And they came in and fixed it and stuff like that. And I moved my chair and it scuffed my heel. And from the 6th of February, my heel still has not, you know, healed away because I guess it's like right on the thing. So I can't wear any shoes. But just to think that when we when as we get older, we don't heal as fast. Our bones, it might break and we don't heal as fast, you know, just different stuff like that. So that's my fear. I know you know, a lot of you guys have fear. So
Those are very real concerns because I find myself being more careful when I'm sitting down on a rolling chair. I'm looking, and before I would just flop.
Yeah.
But now I'm like making sure that so we're having to be more conscious of what we're doing. Who else? Somebody come on.
Yeah, me. My
Beverly
biggest
said
fear.
me.
Beverly said me.
Me. My biggest fear is that I may get sick and can't help myself. And I ask the Lord to take me. If he see that is happening to me, that I can't help myself. That's my big fear.
Yeah. You don't want to be a burden to anyone. You know, just
I don't want to be a burden to anyone, not even to my son. No.
Yeah.
Once when I was younger, and of course my son's wife was younger, and I told her my fear, and she said, "Mom, don't worry, I'll take care of you." And I said, "Yes." But you know what I'm thinking? I'm thinking, you will. When I get sick, I'll be a burden to you. And then again, I wouldn't want to live with my child. I wouldn't want to live with them. I want to stay in my house. And I don't want to go into a nursing home either. So that's why I'm asking God, if he see I'm getting sick, that I cannot help myself, to take me. I hope he will understand that and he will bring it through.
Honor your wish.
Honor my wish. Thank you, Pam.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's my big concern. Viv knows that too. I tell her all the time.
Next.
This is Lydia. So I am new. And I mean, this is an awesome topic because the lady that just spoke sounded like my mom. She didn't want anybody to, she didn't want to be a burden. And I am aging and I'm like, I don't want to be a burden. But there are things we can put in place that can prevent us from being a burden. So my biggest fear is, will I be able to have the resources so that I don't have to be of a financial burden? Because I think that is the biggest burden, you know, because I'm sure your daughter-in-law don't mind taking care of you, but how much of what type of a burden is it going to be? And as I say, my thing is, I don't want to be a financial burden because not, I guess my parents were a financial burden to all of us. And it was a good thing that we were seven of us. And
Ah,
I only have one daughter, so
Mm.
I don't want to be a financial burden. Oh
so
my goodness.
are you starting to put things in place, Lydia?
Oh yes, but there's so many things that you can put in place. Definitely. Yes. Yes.
And that's what it is. If we have to put things in place so we won't be afraid, because the Bible speaks about being afraid. If we trust and believe in God, we should be afraid, but we are anyway. So but I'm saying if we're ready with everything, then hopefully that fear will kind of disappear, or it won't be as much as it's not everything, but it might be just one thing, and it's not everything. Once that you have that. Most of the people on here, they have their finances in order. And they know, some of them already bought their plot, some of them already do they have their cremation things ready and stuff like that. So but there's still some people that they wait till the last minute and they're just not ready. So but when you're ready, once you're ready, then you're okay. It's when you're not ready, then all of a sudden, and you find out that you start to stress and start to panic. I remember when I reached the age of, I think when I reached the age of 50, I started to panic. And then that's when I kind of made some kind of some kind of changes to kind of help me not to panic. Next.
So I have something that's not necessarily a fear, but more of a transition issue. I've always been who I was based on what I do. So as I'm kind of starting to leave the full-time workforce, and
No, we're not talking about fears, Ronalee.
but it becomes a big fear because my identity has always been in what I've been doing. And now I
Okay.
feel like I have a loss of identity, a loss of who I am, because I don't know how to just be.
Interesting. Could you break that down a little bit more? Loss of identity is because you're not as active, or because you're not as involved, or what do you mean? How is it?
Because I'm not known for what I do for a living anymore.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I got you. That
Okay.
makes so what how does that make you feel though?
Yeah.
I feel useless.
Ooh.
Oh no.
No,
Yeah, I
that's
get you.
good. That's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, I get you. Yeah.
Because that's one of my fears also, Ronalee, is in fact that my brain will turn to mush. That's why I haven't retired. I needed to retire two different careers ago. I've retired 3 times. This is my 3rd time, but I don't want my brain to turn to mush, and I don't want to be sharp as I used to. And so we identify with what we do. And when we don't do that anymore, it's like, what is my identity? I hear you.
Yeah, I feel you.
I start to feel like I don't have a value to add anymore.
And trust me, you do. Even though you feel that way, we think you have a lot of value to add. So yeah.
Yes,
But,
she could find something to do to help someone, or something
Yeah.
like what she's doing right now.
Yeah,
She's helping someone.
and she's got a lot of stuff. She's got a lot of resources for everyone, and that's why
Exactly.
we're on here, so we can
Yeah.
share the resources that we have, because all of us has resources.
Mm.
So yeah. But I feel you. And with me, Pamela, she always says she only wants to sell 1 or 2 houses a year. With me, I says I'm never going to retire, because I get bored very easily, and I get depressed and bored easily. So I have to keep going until I can't go anymore.
Yeah, and the only reason I do that is to stay fresh.
Yes.
Because I want to stay relevant. And
Right.
that's why what you're saying, Ronalee, you want to be relevant. You want to make sure that you make a difference.
Yeah.
And I guess maybe one thing that we do is we figure out how we can still make a difference.
Yes, I think that's where I'm at. I'm just
Yeah.
in this transition time. And so I'm afraid of being useless, of not having value or bringing something to the table for my family.
Right,
got
right,
you.
right. Yeah, I got you. Yeah, feel it.
I feel you.
Frida have her hands up.
Hello.
Hi.
I recently experienced a medical issue. I think this week or last week, where found out I ended up in the ER with vertigo. And all I
Mm,
was laying on the bed was thinking, I don't want to die by myself. Even though I have a husband, he was not at home. And I
mm-hmm.
was like, okay, when I was younger, I would have never thought of anything like that. But now I'm starting to come up with health issues. And I mean, I went to the ER and it said phantom vertigo, which I've never heard of. But it was like
Mm.
just that thought of, like you said, laying down there saying, and it's the first time it ever happened, like ever. So, and my concern was, even though I have a husband, I don't want to be alone and die. And I said, I hate to say this, but I keep my phone near me all the time. Because my mother went to sleep and she didn't wake up. And my thought was, oh my goodness, I do not want to lay in the house and die by myself.
But
I mean, at least I
I'm
want to
okay
be
with that,
thinking about.
Frida. I am okay with that. Just be gone and be peaceful. You know.
True, but I didn't even know what was wrong. I wasn't sick or it never happened. So it's not like if you're sick and you can prepare for
Mm-hmm.
or you know it's coming. At least I want to know it's coming so I can say goodbye to my kids, my grandkids, and everybody. But when you do it, it's like that. And it's not even a financial issue because I'm retired Army. I
Right.
don't have to
Yeah.
work. I like real estate to help people. Like my friend, her mother just passed, she was 96. And
Mm-hmm.
she called me to help them get through, because I knew her mother and liked her. Those are the type of things that makes it important for me to do this so I can help other people because
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, a lot of people aren't like she was in a position financially. They're not struggles. They own property and stuff. But I would say, and it's not even a money issue. It's just the fact of,
Right.
just doing stuff. So even though I don't have to retire, I worked for 2 weeks when I retired and did nothing. I was like, nope, this is not it. I'm gonna die, whatever. So I'm like, nope. And I like working. I like hanging out with people like you, Vivian, meeting people, doing things. And I said helping people find their forever home because that's an important job that we have to do to
Mm.
help them get there where they can go home, feel comfortable, know that it's their space, it's okay. And to me, that's important because I have friends that are like 80, so most of my friends are older anyway. And it just makes me feel good when they call me. And I have one friend that said, she said, I gave you this person, but they're foolish. Don't mess with them. She's really quick to tell me, even if she give me a referral, she said, these people are being stupid. Don't worry about it. Even her own daughter. She said, nope. You know what? They're using you. Don't worry about it. And she's very clear even about the people in her family. And like I said, I'm most of their family's realtor. So it's like when they need something, they call me. And to me, that's more of a personal thing to be in a realtor. You become the friends of these people that you know. Because I know I need to have questions. I'm gonna call Vivian, I'm gonna call somebody. I'm not gonna be out here alone in real estate. That's why I do like women's council. I get to meet people like Vivian and do things and connect with people who will miss you. I mean, because there's some people that you don't deal with them on a regular basis. People have to describe them if something happened to them. Most of the people I see in women's council back and forth over the years. If you tell me their name, I may not know them by name, but as soon as I see a picture of us together, I'm like, oh yeah. And that's the connection to me to being a realtor, being with women. It's even more important being with women's council give to me. So I thank you, Vivian, for inviting me on here. It really makes a difference.
You're
So it
welcome.
sounds like you like
Yeah.
more the social aspect. You like the connection. You like being connected to people, to something. Being connected gives you energy, sounds like.
Yes. Helping people gives me energy, long as they don't overwhelm me, because people will overwhelm you if you let them.
Yeah.
But to me, this is stuff I enjoy. I mean, I put the
Yeah, but we can
magazines in.
always find the other side. But the thing is, as long as you're connected and you're making a difference, that seems to be right on track for you.
But Frida, I want to piggyback off
Yes,
what you're
ma'am.
saying. Ronna Lee was talking about she feel like she's not gonna not gonna be providing for her family or have value for to make a difference for her family. And that's why I said everyone here is on a different platform. Some people are worrying about finance. Some people, their finance is already set, but they're worrying about dying alone. They're just many different phases that we go through, and that's why we're here talking about it, because it's not everybody that don't have. Some people have everything all set, You know, there's people on here that probably already have their funeral arrangement already written out and already planned, you know, when some don't. And then that's when we tend to worry because, you know, we don't have things in order, you know, but as we get older, it's for us to get things in order. You know, I'm taking a lesson from something. I think when Darnett was logging off last week, I think she was telling me when I was talking about filing for Medicare, she was saying that there's a 6 months different. That means 3 months before and 3 months after your birthday, you know, to make sure that you're not missing, you know, missing signing up for it and stuff like that. So that's what I'm doing. I'm learning things from everyone that is on here because everyone is in a different position. So yeah, thank you for that.
I do have a question. Is it before you get Social Security or 65 when you're looking at Medicaid? I was trying to
Well,
remember.
65, my healthcare provider told me 65.
For
That
Medicare.
yeah, she'll change me
Medicare,
over.
right.
Yeah, she'll change me
Medicare.
over from my insurance that I'm on my before my birthday.
Okay, cool. So y'all put out a lot of good information that's really helpful, and thank goodness I actually paid attention. So when I have questions, I can say, okay, I have to remember to ask the questions. But I
So it's
really appreciate
Medicaid.
getting old can be scary, but at
Medicare,
least if you have a
Medicare.
Medicare,
network,
okay.
Medicaid.
So, because Medicaid
Okay.
is for
Yeah, so
regular
this is
people that are
helpful.
not
Thank you. Thank you.
65. Is that right?
No, Medicaid is for income. It's income based.
Okay.
It's for assistance.
Right.
Medicare
Okay.
is what you've paid
Uh-huh.
into all your working years.
Okay. Yeah. So just learning. Next.
Okay. So I didn't know it was. Oh, okay. Sorry.
Go ahead, Frida. What you said?
I didn't realize it was income based. I thought when you reach a certain age, you automatically could qualify
No,
for it.
that's
So
what
it
she's
is
saying. It's two
based on
different
your
things.
income
It's
determined.
two different things.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Medicaid
Okay.
is income based.
Right.
Medicare is what you've paid into all your working years.
Right.
Cool. Okay,
So
got it.
so
Okay.
that's why I said we're learning. We're learning from someone that you know already did it, already been there, already start collecting something or something like that. So you know there's a different. It took me a while to learn what the difference was. So yeah. Okay, next. Pamela was asking the question.
What's your biggest fear as you age?
I might have to start calling on people. Ronald already spoke. Beverly already spoke. Joyce, you didn't speak yet. Aunt Edna, I saw you there. You haven't spoke yet. Mom, you haven't spoke yet. Ruthie, you haven't spoke yet.
Joyce.
Okay. My fear is if I get sick and get to the hospital, I don't want anything to be done. Is my living will going to be there at the right time so that they don't, you know, that kind of stuff. And then with my
So
husband,
you're saying you do not want them to resuscitate you.
right? Yes.
Right.
But you know, sometimes in an emergency, they don't have it. So that's where you know, I'm just hoping that when the time meet is in a place where they know.
You don't want them banging on you, breaking your ribs and all that stuff, trying to bring you back.
Yeah.
And you should always just walk with it in your purse.
I think they have a bracelet, you know, for that you can wear. Yes, do not resuscitate.
A DNR, yeah, you can walk with it. I walk with mine in my purse.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I never thought of that.
Or you can have a healthcare proxy, someone that can advocate on your behalf.
Yeah, but she's saying if nobody knows who to call.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah, she's afraid that they're going to work on her or try to resuscitate her when no one else is around. And she had, like I said, I walk with mine. I take if I have, my purse goes with me everywhere, and so does my DNR or my will.
I'm gonna tell you all that are on here. You guys better make sure you guys keep me alive, okay? Until God says it's time to take me home. You better resuscitate me.
Well, that didn't mean God didn't say bring you back.
If God says, if it's time and God says take me and he takes me. But if I can be resuscitated, listen, I want to live.
I don't want to live on no
I just don't want to be a burden.
I don't want to live on no ventilator.
Right.
No,
don't put me on no ventilator.
No. Yeah.
But can I say something?
Sure.
one of the risks with being resuscitated is breaking your bones, breaking the ribs, and
Mhm.
puncturing an organ, because it's what I learned when my dad was in a situation where he may would have to be resuscitated, is that the pressure that is put on the person can put them in a worse stage than you know what than putting them on a feeding tube or whatever, because you can damage bone, can damage
Mhm.
But
organs.
then,
And I think that's one of the biggest reasons why a lot of people don't want to be resuscitated.
And that's what Miss Joyce was saying.
that the bracelet songs, right? Because I'm not in one place. You see, I'm all over the place, so that's why.
Right.
Yeah. So the bracelet sound like a good thing because nobody going to a pocketbook.
Oh, look at that. So look at
Sorry,
that. Look at that. You learned
may,
something tonight. A
Yeah.
bracelet.
may I say something if that's possible?
Yeah. Go ahead, Paulette.
Hi, it's Paulette. Hi, everyone. Um, so normally when you go to the hospital, one of the questions they ask if you have a DNR, and they'll make a notation of that. Of course, there are times when if there's a code blue, everybody get crazy, and in the midst of trying to revive the person, there somebody might be like, "Oh, you're not supposed to do that because they don't want to be revived," kind of thing. But that's one of the questions that they ask, and they make a notation of that. That the DNR is in case, whether or not you have it on you.
Right, but
So
but
just
she's
making
not
that clear.
able to respond is
Right.
what
Right.
her
No,
fear
no,
is.
no, but it's in. Oh, like if she goes in a state of
And
Right.
she's
unconsciousness, you mean?
right.
And I'm not in Florida.
Okay.
The Florida
Oh.
hospital would have it, but I'm not.
I have a friend has lupus. Her heart stopped. She was on. She was being emergency evacuated. I mean, they were taking her in a helicopter. Her heart stopped. They resuscitated her, though she had a DNR. It was not on her person.
Right.
So they didn't. And now her chest was she's all messed up. But anyway, so there are situations where you cannot speak.
Right.
Mhm.
Right.
Absolutely. That's why you need the bracelet,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So then that
makes
means
sense.
everyone is gonna go get a bracelet.
because that speak for you right there.
Yeah.
But
That's
not
a
just having the
great. That's
bracelet, though. It's a good idea that the bracelet is there, but they'll even overlook the bracelet. So it would be good, like when somebody checks in or something, or if it becomes, a thing where people know that there's a bracelet for that purpose.
But you be
Because even
wearing the
that can be
bracelet.
overlooked. I understand that, but if you don't know what it's for,
Yeah,
people will
they
overlook the
do
bracelet.
look. The emergency people do look. They look for
Okay.
diabetes, they look for high blood pressure, and they look for the DNR.
And now I
Okay.
think they're putting it on your strip on your license.
That'd be good.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, that'd be good. That'd be something good. Put it on your
Because
license.
they have whether your organ. I think they have all of that on that license
Yeah.
thing now.
Yeah, I'm an organ donor and I have it on mine. Yeah. But great
But that's
topic.
a very good question.
Yeah.
Because I just walked with my papers. But you're right. Let me check that bracelet out.
Yeah. Yeah, that'd be something great.
Yeah, I'm making a note right here.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I'm
I'm
glad you
next.
called him because I was thinking about it, but I don't want to ask.
No, but that's the thing. That's what we're talking. And that's why we talk on here and we learn from each other. Because before I would just have to try and Google stuff, when you don't know, but then at least we're hearing it from the horse's mouth, somebody's speaking because they've been through it or something happens and they know about it, which is good.
Okay, so while we are talking, I just looked it up, and of course, Amazon has everything, so it's there as well. So I guess you guys can check that out.
How much is it?
I start from $9, I think.
Okay, that's not bad.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, $9.99. So yeah. All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, that's not bad.
Mhm.
That's a good thing. All right. So
Yeah.
next, Paulette, while you have your mic open, you can say what are you afraid of?
I'm not afraid of. My concern is like, because I live alone,
Mm-hmm.
so that's my major concern, being alone. If anything happens,
Yeah.
I'm here by myself. Um, so I'm trying to put things in place where, God forbid, I can reach somebody either
Mm-hmm.
by, I don't know, calling, pressing a button, whatever not. I mean, it was so clear New Year's night, going into New Year's morning, I was alone and I was so sick. I couldn't do anything. I was just throwing up and I was by myself. And that
Mm.
really hit me like, oh my God, I can't make a cup of tea.
Mhm.
It was so clear. So that's my concern, not fear, but more concern of being alone.
Yeah.
Because people, the older you should really not be in a space by yourself if
Mhm.
you can help it. I have people around me, but I'm helping them. So it's
Yeah.
like, like really. So that's really my concern. And so I try to mind my mind and try to put the right things in place. Because it's one thing to think about it and not act on it, then
Mhm.
that's another story. So I'm putting, the necessary things in place, just in case, because you just never know. But basically, that's it. I'm not really worried, but more concerned.
Well, with me, what I do is since COVID, I get up in the morning. I make sure my husband gets up and he leaves here by 6:30 to go to work. So what I do when I wake up in the morning, I text everybody, even Pam. Every morning I text Pam. Every morning I text Mom. Every morning I text Berto. There's
Mhm.
people that every morning I get up. So if you guys see that I don't text you, you better make sure you be texting. You better make sure you say, "Call me, it's like, Viv, are you okay?" Look,
Yeah, I
Pam
do
is
that with
laughing
my.
because she knows
Mhm.
that. You know,
I do that with my
she
children as well.
yeah,
You
yeah,
have to
because
touch base. Have to
you have
touch
to,
base
you
because
have to,
life is
because
too
yeah,
fragile, man.
yeah,
Hmm.
you have to touch base because during COVID, a lot of people die and you didn't know that they die. I had a friend, she wasn't really my friend. I was doing cold call and I listed a house down by Four Corners, and the lady was out of town. She was in like Massachusetts, someplace up there. So I got the listing from just calling her, and she gave me the listing. So anyway, before I sell the house, she died. And lucky thing she had everything in place where she had a friend, but the friend said that she'd been calling her, didn't answer. After a while, I guess the friend had a key or knew where there was a key. She opened up the door and went inside the door and found her dead for like 5 days.
Mm.
Mm.
So that house had to go through probate. You
Tell
know,
me, tell me this. Does anyone here deal with any depression
me,
getting
I
older?
do, I do.
You stop talking.
I mean, that's why we're talking about this topic. Come on now.
You are the last person I would think of that.
Oh, that's why.
See,
And Pam is
that's the
laughing.
point.
No.
That's the point. That's the
Yeah,
point. We feel it and we don't want to share it with
yeah,
anyone. But depression is real amongst
yeah,
60 and older people.
yeah.
Not just 60 and older. I suffer with depression.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
And I started my depression during the time my dad got killed back in
Mm-mm.
1990.
Oh
I
man,
got off the
that's
med. I
35
got off the
years.
meds. I got
Mm.
off the meds, but I still go to counseling from time to time. Yeah.
Good for you. Good for
Yeah.
you.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Because oftentimes we don't even want to seek counseling. And that's what another thing that a lot of us fear is going to counseling because we think people are going to be knowing our business, telling us they're going to be looking at us side
Mm-hmm,
eyes
mm-hmm,
and
mm-hmm.
sideways. And sometimes we just don't, we need to share that because someone else is thinking about counseling,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but was afraid to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that is awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah. But a lot of people think that, and even with me, a lot of people say you're shy. Yeah, I'm shy. But I'm coming out of it. But I do get depressed. I do get depressed, and that's why I'm talking about this now. I get depressed. There's time that Berto will look at me and ask me what's the matter now, and I'm just saying I'm depressed. I got to go find something to do. So we all get that way, even though you guys might think that I don't. I really do. I really do. So I try to keep myself busy. So
I'm
I
surprised.
never,
I just Googled and I found this shade. I put it in the chat.
Yeah, I was just commenting. Thank you. I'm
yeah.
gonna get one of those.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah. And then when I went
Share
down
it
to
on your
the
screen, Viv. Can you share that with everybody can see it, I guess.
yeah, yeah.
It's in the chat.
When I went down to the nursing home Friday, I went to visit the nurse. By the way, before we get off, we're having lunch down at Inspired Living on the March 11 at 11:30. We have a chef that's gonna cook for us. And so I will need whosoever is coming with me, I will need RSVP. I will need everyone that's coming because I have to give the chef a head count. But when I went down there on Friday, almost everyone was wearing one of those white thing around your neck, around the senior neck, the little button that you can press.
Almost the alert button, the alert, emergency alert.
Yeah, just about every senior had on one of those. You know, so yeah. But yeah, but that's good. Joyce put the DNR. This one is a necklace, it's not the bracelet. She put a DNR.
She put both in there.
Oh, she has both in there. Okay, I don't. Okay, let me hang on. Let me see.
She has two. There are two things in there.
Okay, so but Paulette said it wasn't much on Amazon. Started off at $9. So if you want to get something like that, that will be.
I will.
Will be
I am.
Yeah.
Because it's real. Because you don't think about it. Even just if you trip in your yard. What it says all those crazy things.
Yeah. I used to, when I was young, I used to laugh about when people say, I've fallen and I can't get up, but it's no joke. It is no joke. It is no joke.
It is real, and we just don't take it seriously.
Yeah.
Another thing too that I think a lot of us don't think about is contact information, like on your fridge, because if EMS comes, whatever, not people tend to put things on their refrigerator. So to put contact, like for numbers, important numbers, anything, your family, they can reach somebody if you're by yourself or whatever. So that's just an idea that we can also adopt as well. So
yeah, what we did, we telling everyone to do is get themselves a folder and put all their important documents inside it, including all the phone numbers and stuff like that of who you need to contact.
Right, but I'm just saying, just in case, the paramedics or whomever need to come into your home, or not necessarily them, somebody find you a neighbor, they have no contact, they don't know who to call. But if they look on the fridge, they'll see son, daughter, whatever, and at least be able to reach somebody.
I think the fire department has a little medicine bottle, and it has a piece of paper in there. And you write all your information on there, who to call, who to do this, who to do that, what kind of emergency to call, who, your hospital, your pharmacy, everything. And when they come into your house, if you call them and they come into your house, the first thing they look for is that bottle with all the information. A friend of mine gave it to me.
That's great. The other thing that we probably want that it might be a good idea to remain conscious of is the fact that we're in an age of technology. If someone needs to access your information on your system, on your phone, wherever, is there somewhere that you have that documented?
No.
Because
most people have a lock on their phone.
Right.
No, but I'm just saying. Yeah, what I'm saying is
their phone.
I have a friend that passed. They couldn't find her policy information. They couldn't find her all this stuff. And because we're now putting everything online, we need to make sure we have our passwords documented somewhere so people can get to it, because most of us don't have papers anymore.
Hi, Down. We were around the 10 to 20 mile per hour range earlier today. Now we're around 5 to 15 miles per hour across Southwest
Florida. Mute yourself.
Still breezy at times.
I was going to say something. When my aunt
turn off whatever it is that's playing.
Yeah, when my aunt,
Miss Rosemary is here. Miss Rosemary, why are you coming so late?
Can you hear me?
Go ahead and talk. Yeah, go ahead and talk. Yeah.
My aunt was killed in a car accident right at the beginning of COVID. And my uncle was not computer literate at all. But so I flew up there to help him out. And as soon as I got there, on her computer, she actually had a list. She had a list of all of her passwords, her bank account, and everything. And but guess what? She set it up. She set it up for me though, because she knew if anything happened, even though she never really thought anything happened, he had cancer, so she actually thought he would die first. But when I went up there, everything, and she said every time she updated a password, and even at on the front screen of the computer, she said passwords. And she had it set up for me because she said passwords for Frida. And I said, wow, I didn't
No,
think
but
about
that's
that.
good because yeah, we don't keep as much paperwork and we shouldn't anymore. They used to always say keep a copy of this, keep a copy of that, but we need to have let somebody know where to go find our password book.
I
And can I
do.
make a
I
key
have
note?
my paperwork. I have a folder with everything in there. I have my piece of real estate. You know that little piece? I have that in there. I have my insurance policy. I have everything that I don't write that yet, what I want to happen at that time. But all the information that is needed will be in that folder. And I'm keeping that folder where it's visible. And I told my son and I told my daughter-in-law exactly where to find my stuff too. And I told them, that I have my insurance, I have my land, my piece of nice real estate. I told them where to find everything. My account, my bank account.
All right, it's
I have my piece
7:18
of
and we're
real
running down
estate.
on time. We're running down on time. It's 7:18.
Yeah.
Miss Rosemary finally joined us. Miss Rosemary, Pam was asking what it is that we are afraid of. When as we get older.
What do you fear most as you age?
And that is a question to me. Oh boy, what do I fear most?
We've
Not
been
being able
around
to
the room.
move. Not being able to move. I had a bad car accident in the early 2000, which left me in a wheelchair for quite a while. That was a challenge to navigate. I learned to use a sliding board and to use a wheelchair and to use occupational therapy was awesome. So I've learned a lot of skills how to survive. I have fallen and rainfall wet me. Nobody found me. Even when the ambulance came, couldn't locate where I was at. And that was scary. For 4 hours, I was out in the rain. And I fell 2 other times, couldn't get up because I had a broken shoulder. So the weight couldn't, my shoulders couldn't sustain me. And also the times when I was in a wheelchair, it was quite a job to fold it up and learn to carry it in my truck and to be able to go out and get food. And that's the part about getting older that bothers me is mobilization.
Lack
Mobility.
of mobility. Oh yeah.
Mobility.
Yeah.
My mouth is good, my ears good, my hands good, but the lower extremities do get weak. And I'm going to be going in for a bone density scan to see what damages are there and see what we can do to rectify anything that is wrong down there,
Yeah.
Quality of life.
Yeah.
Quality of life. There's a saying that says good friends are better than pocket money. Friends have come around and rallied around me, making sure that I'm okay. And because of that, I do not like elderly folks to be in want and I'm there. It bothers, it gives me depression if I'm not able to assist. Several people call me today and they're getting older. One was 96 and one was 82. Another one will be 80 in a couple of days. And they keep saying, Miss Rose, we need to come live with you now. We need to come by you now. And I say, how old are you? And she said, 80. I was like, what? I thought you were just 70. You look so, but whatever. Yeah.
All right,
But-
so it's 7:21. We're gonna have everybody start introduce themselves and say a little bit about themselves. An hour goes really fast, guy. It really does.
So can you imagine me on the radio in the mornings?
I know, I hear you. Don't forget somebody listen to you all the time.
And me give you a shout out every time.
All the time. All the time. And
By the time I get warm up and get ready, it's countdown time.
Yeah, it goes fast. It goes fast. But okay, so what I'm gonna do is have everybody introduce themselves and then say what they do and then who they are. And then if they need to jump off, they can jump off. And then because a lot of people didn't really get to talk about what they're fearful of. So if anyone wants to introduce himself and jump off, that'd be fine. you know, or just stick around, carry on the conversation some more. Go.
Okay. Okay. My name is Paulette Thompson. I wear several hats. I'm a business owner. I'm into healthcare. I have a foundation for the seniors. I have a private care home. I do novelty gifts. I am a notary. So I wear a lot of hats. Love to help. I'm a social butterfly. And that's it for me.
Okay.
All
Thank you so
right,
much for
bye.
joining. I know this is your
You're
first time
welcome.
joining us, but I hope you'll come back on. Maybe
No,
one
I came
day.
last week, but I hopped off. I didn't get a chance to
Okay.
talk.
All right. Okay.
Mhm. All
Because we
right,
do.
thank you. Have a good night.
All right. You too. Take care. Bye
All
bye.
right, my love. Bye.
Next. iPhone. Joyce. Frida. You want Miss
Joyce,
Joyce? Miss Joyce, want to introduce yourself?
Joyce Lynn, retired nurse.
Okay, you're a retired nurse.
I
Okay.
love doing
You know, I
medical.
didn't know that. I never knew you were a retired nurse.
Yeah.
Look at that. Look, me learn that tonight from you. I miss you almost every week.
Because I don't talk about this. But
Yeah.
I do a lot of traveling. I like medical missions. That's why where you don't see me, I'm gone on a mission somewhere.
Yeah, I know you do a lot of mission traveling. So yeah, that I know. Yeah. Okay, yeah. All right. So next.
You want me to go, Vivian?
Yeah, that's fine.
Frida Chambers. I am a retired soldier, almost 22 years in the Army. I'm a licensed broker associate in Punta Gorda. And I know Vivian through Women's Council of Realty. I'm a recent past president of Punta Gorda, Port Charlotte, North Port. And I love real estate and I like people, so I'm happy to be here.
Very good. Thank you for what you do and thank you for your service. I appreciate you. And also you do also what kind of lending you do? Business lending?
I'm sorry, I'm a private money lender. If you need
Private
money
money
for,
lender.
I forgot, and I'm going to a conference in Las Vegas tomorrow for that. But I lend money for investments. I don't do owner occupied, but we do
All right.
everything else. So if you're looking
Investment.
for help, and it's us owned by us, and we don't farm out anything just for that.
Okay, Miss Hope.
Thank you.
You finally made it on, girl, after 30 minutes. You cannot call me when I'm on the podcast because I'm not gonna answer. I'm on the podcast. You have called me before. So start logging on before, so at least I can tell you what to do. Most of the people, they start logging on about 6:20. So then therefore they're already here in the audience and stuff like that. So if it's something like that, but when it's 6:30, I can't, it's difficult for me to answer the phone because right now I have to navigate because I'm recording. So I have to make sure I start the recorder and stuff like that. So when I'm done, I can send it back out to anyone that wants to re-listen to it.
Well, if Sophia, who reminded me that it was on tonight.
Oh, okay.
So, yes, I'm Hope, 11 years retired nurse and having aches and pains and going mostly to doctors than anything else.
We continue praying for you.
Okay, thank you.
Appreciate you. Yeah.
Thanks.
Anyone else before I have Miss Rosemary talk?
I'm Beverly. I'm a
Okay.
realtor. I am a mother, a grandmother. I love to cook. She always asks me to cook. I like to bake the Jamaican cake too. Basically, I just love to help people. That's my bottom line.
What we like.
Got to get your number.
All right. We'll put it in the group chat, okay?
Okay.
You can get it from there. All right.
All right.
Yeah, we'll put it in the group chat. Miss Rosemary.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, you can close out.
Are we closing up about what I'm afraid of? That's what the topic's been all along, right?
Yeah, what we're afraid of. Yep.
People think that I'm fearless because I speak, because I build, because I pray loud, and because I show up. But courage and fear live in the same house. They just sleep in different rooms. What I'm afraid of isn't always what people expect. I'm not afraid of hard work. I'm not afraid of standing alone. I'm not afraid of starting over. I've done that before. What I'm afraid of is disappointing the version of me that God whispers about. That woman he showed me in the flashes, the one who walks steady, the one who doesn't shrink, the one who finishes what she starts. Man, sometimes I wonder, will I fully become her? I'm afraid of being misunderstood, of speaking truth and being labeled difficult, of loving deeply and being called too much, of setting boundaries and being called cold. That one stings because when you care about people, you don't want to bruise them, but you also don't want to disappear. I'm afraid of wasting time. Not the kind where you watch a movie and laugh. I mean the kind where you shrink for years, where you delay your own obedience, where you second guess doors God already opened. Because time is precious. I have buried too many people not to know that. And that awareness can feel heavy. I'm afraid of outgrowing rooms because growth sounds beautiful until it costs you comfort. Sometimes elevation looks like eviction. New levels come with new loneliness, and I'm human. I love company. I'm afraid of silence after the applause. When the mic goes off, when the crowds go home, when the house is quiet, that's when you meet yourself. And sometimes the loudest battles begin in the quietest rooms. But here's what I'm learning: fear is not prophecy, fear is not instruction, fear is not God's voice. Fear is information. It shows me what matters, it shows me where I care dearly, it shows me where I am still tender. And tender things are not weak, they're alive. What I'm afraid of? I'm afraid of not. What I'm afraid of is not failing. It's living small. It's letting old pain write my future. It's confusing survival with purpose. But every time fear taps me on the shoulder, I answer with movement. Not reckless movement, not noisy movement, but steady movement. Because bravery is not the absence of fear, it's walking anyhow. So, yes, I'm afraid. Afraid of losing, afraid of loving too deeply, afraid of not getting it all right. But I'm more afraid of never trying. And that fear, that's one pushes me forward. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got some walking to do.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Aunt Edna and Mom, you guys didn't get a chance to say anything. You guys want to say anything? Aunt Edna, you have to unmute yourself because you're talking, but I cannot hear you. All
Your
right.
mom waving her hand.
Mom is waving her hand. Yeah. No, I think that's Aunt Edna waving her hand because it's
Oh,
two of
oh.
them. Yeah, one
Oh.
mom room is dark, and then Aunt Edna's house is dark. But I can see the two different names.
Okay.
But
Oh, I see. I see.
and then
Okay.
iPhone. Who's iPhone? Who's iPhone? Okay, there you go, Aunt Edna. Okay.
I said
All right.
I'm retired and I'm loving it.
Okay. Yeah. Aunt Edna been retired since she was 45, guys.
No, 55. 55.
There you go. Something close.
55. Retired 55.
Yeah, she retired early. Yeah, from New Jersey. Yeah. Yeah. And then mom retired and came down, and then she started driving the school bus. And then after that, she retired. Boy, they got some stories, man. That might be a topic where we come on and we tell stories. Anyone else? It's 7:31. Whose iPhone? That's not Lydia, is it?
Oh.
7:31 now.
Me. I think that's me.
Okay, Lydia, go ahead.
No.
Lydia, go ahead and introduce yourself.
I already did, didn't I?
No.
You were talking, but I don't remember you introducing yourself because it wasn't introduction time yet. Now is the introduction time.
Okay, so I'm hold on. No, I didn't walk her because I didn't walk her. I'm on the phone. Okay, sorry.
Go ahead.
Just a minute. I don't know. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Loud and clear.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
I'm not- Oh,
Go
sorry.
ahead and speak. We're getting ready to log off.
Okay, so my name is Lydia Lawrence Telfer. I was referred to this podcast by Grace, and I am loving it. I don't know how comes I haven't heard about you guys before. I relocated from New York City 10 years ago, and I am now living in Central Florida. I spent 28 years working in the financial industry on Wall Street, and when I came to Florida, I wanted to change, you know, from doing the regular 9 to 5.
Mm-hmm.
So I am currently building out my practice with New York Life. I don't know if you guys know who New York Life is.
Yeah, I've heard of it.
What kind of company that it is, but that's what I'm doing now. And I'm loving it because if I wasn't in the field that I'm on, then I wouldn't meet Grace and then I wouldn't meet you guys. Before, all I did was to sit at my computer and look at spreadsheets and spreadsheets and more spreadsheets and more spreadsheets.
What about meeting me?
Oh,
yeah. I thought it was Miss Rosemary that referred you.
I'm the one that referred
is
you.
the one who referred me, not Grace. I don't know why I have Grace on my mind, Rosemary.
I was about to say,
but it's Rosemary, and you see how poetic she is. Once you meet Rosemary, you know.
Yeah.
She's the taste of Jamaica.
Okay, well, very nice to meet you, and don't forget to share the link out with other people and invite other people that are on that comes on. But next week, Lydia is going to be speaking on lawn care facility, lawn care facility.
No, not long-term care facility.
What is it?
Long-term care.
Long-term care. Okay.
Not long-term care facility.
Okay.
I mean, I will talk
care
about the facilities, but it will be about the long-term care itself. What does it mean, and you know, what does it do for us as a people?
Okay.
Much needed.
All right, very good. Okay, so it's 7:35. We're gonna call it. Anyone else? Last word? Anything else?
I have my closing affirmation.
Well, no, you can't close it because you done late already. 7:35.
That's okay. That's all right.
All right, go ahead and close.
I am not ruled by fear. I am informed by it, but I'm not imprisoned by it. I move forward even when my hands tremble. I trust God more than I trust my anxiety. I am allowed to grow. I'm allowed to be seen. I'm allowed to take up space without apology. My past does not predict my ceiling. My fear does not cancel my calling. I am brave enough to begin. I'm steady enough to continue. And I'm strong enough to finish. And today, we walk anyway.
All right, that was a good short finish. So, aging is not the end of our purpose. It's a new season of wisdom. And we have to know that. I thank you all for joining. I thank you for Pam coming up with the topic. And I mean, we could be carrying on this for at least we'll probably bring this back up again at another time. But you know, it was short and it went really fast. But I really thank you guys for joining. This is No Filter, No Script. I thank you guys, and I look forward to seeing you guys next week, the same station. Same link. Okay, same link. Just click it and come on in. We try to share it out as much as possible, you know, so therefore everyone can come on, because sometimes some people have Hope had difficult today getting on. So we're just trying to make sure that you're just able to click on and come. So I don't change it. I changed it last year, but I don't change it this year. So this year I let it run for the rest of the year, and then I probably change it again when next year comes. So then it's pretty much the same link. But I appreciate you guys for joining. Thank you so much for tuning in. And No Filter, No Script. Any last word? We're ending.
Blessings.
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 Big up.
Big up.
Love it. Love it.
Have a good evening. Be safe out
Thank
there.
you guys. Take care.
Bye.
Bye.